Alright, welcome back, guys. So right now we're gonna go over TwitchCon. I know a lot of people have a lot of questions about TwitchCon. It's nice to talk about it when it's fresh. I'm the type of guy who tells the same story a lot. I sometimes forget. If you watch a lot of my content, you'll hear the same story over and over again. But this is the juice. No one's ever heard these stories before. We'll start with day zero. Day zero, TwitchCon, arrived in the evening, let's say about 6 p.m. The TwitchCon partner party was going on. This was kind of like a meet and greet, but the people had partner badges. So I met a lot of people here, but it also kind of felt like a meet and greet when I was there. I'm gonna be honest, I came to this party because I was looking for some of my friends. Some of my VTubers promised to be there. Gumi was there, and I wanted to see her. Everyone else who arrived at the Airbnb decided to get smoothies and Mexican food. And I was the only one to go to the TwitchCon partner party. But the number one reason I went to the TwitchCon party, Gumi told me, and it was 4x verified, that they had Costco brand 4-cheese tortellini. I needed to go. Their catering was just on another universe this year. Anyways, it kind of felt a little bit like a meet and greet. Like I go to parties to like meet new people and like kind of drink. It's an environment where I could do that. Before I could even get one drink in me, people are already like kind of coming up to me a lot and asking for pictures. I get why you would do this, but I mean, like at least let me get some drinks in, you know? But I ended up meeting a lot of people. I met a couple VTubers. I met up with Gumi, who promised me she had friends. And Gumi would do this. She was like, she's really short, by the way. Like if you didn't know, she's like short, low to the floor. She would be like, oh, you're here. Look, I also arrived with my friends, and she would point at the group. And I swear to God, she was just pointing at random people. And every time she would point, none of them would turn around. She's like, they're my friends. Hey! She'd point at the group, and they would literally, no one said anything. And I was like, okay, this is kind of embarrassing. She's like, no, you don't do. Hey! There! I didn't go to another party tonight because I wanted to sleep a little bit early. I had something, I wanted to kind of rest up. So I came back to the Airbnb. I walked in. Our Airbnb has like it's like 7 bedrooms. We decided, even though we got hotel rooms, that it'd be cool for us to stay together somewhere just for like friendship's sake. So instead of a hotel suite, we got an Airbnb together. We paid quite a bit for it. I claimed one of the bedrooms on the ground floor. It was a maid room. So I look left and right when I walk into the house. I'm like, man, it's kind of hot here. We're very close to the beach, so you can just open the window and it's like 60 degrees out late at night. But I was like, okay, well, like I kind of want some AC in here. I look around. Okay, where's the thermostat? I keep looking. I can't find it. All right, message to staff. Amanda, can you ask the landlady? Like, I can't find the thermostat. And she says, oh, we definitely have air conditioning. It's located on the 2nd floor. That's where the machine is. And it's on every floor but the main floor, the 1st floor. And I was like, there's only 2 floors in this house. Why the fuck would you phrase it like that? It made it sound like the house was majority AC, when the opposite was true. The house was more than half not AC. So I stayed up till 5 a.m. and until I got sleep. I just had like a kind of a miserable night. The sleeping situation became better. I had a hotel, but I didn't want to stay away from people, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just find a fan, and I just pointed it at my face. Unfortunately, this has a side effect of when you wake up, you have like a really dry mouth because the fan has been blowing in your face the entire night. But it's like, at least I could sleep, you know, I'm gonna deal with it. It's not a big deal. So we get like McDonald's, caffeine, whatever, and we were just rushed every second of the day. My first ever TwitchCon, I took a lot of sponsorships. I was like, this isn't really fun. Like, I'd rather just chill at the convention, hang out with my friends. And so the next year at TwitchCon, I decided I would do no sponsorships. We're gonna just go to TwitchCon, have a better time. I spent that entire TwitchCon following my friends who all did sponsorships. And after that, I was like, okay, fuck it. On the first day, I had a meet and greet time with Toast and Michael. It takes us a long time to get to the OTV booth. In a normal pace, assuming I don't get stopped, it's gonna take you on average 10 minutes. On top of that, I then just stood there because I was like, oh, like I have nothing to do till 5. And someone immediately is just like, yo, Scarra. I'm like, hey, what's up, dude? Can I get an autograph? Of course. Start signing stuff. I'm just there for 2 hours and the line just doesn't get short. After this 2-hour meet and greet, I walk 5 feet to the right and I then start my official Michael Toast meet and greet. And on that one, our line was so fucking long that it just like starts wrapping around the corner of the building. So the thing about these meet and greets is for the people who are doing the meet and greets, you gotta mix it up because me, Michael, and Toast, you're gonna get bored. It's not like it's not exciting to meet your fans, but it starts getting very routine. So you have to mix it up. So Michael and Toast were like, there's 3 of us. Let's just do different hand gestures and fuck with them. And so people would come in and they would like go in for the fist bump, and Michael's just like adamantly like hands out. Then they switch the fist bump into the handshake. They get to me with the handshake, and they have to switch over for the fist bump. And then they get to Toast, and they have to high five him. We did every hand pose gesture, and you can just see the cogwheels on these people being like, oh my god. Like they should have known that they were supposed to do this elaborate fucking hand gesture. I had people come up to me the second day be like, yo, I'm so sorry about that meet and greet. Like, it was really embarrassing. And I'm just thinking to myself, oh my god. We did that for an hour. The venue's supposed to be closed at 6, but what people do, the life hack, the Twitch LikeCon life hack is that people just don't leave. So we went to the Riot X OTV area. We announced we're going to Worlds. I, at the time, said, I don't like so much negativity around NA at Worlds. I don't care if you don't like that NA doesn't win. I really don't. I think the negativity is worse for the esport than anything else. Negativity tends to breed negativity, so at every Worlds, I will always vote for NA because I want them to succeed. Currently, after I made this statement, NA right now is 0-8. I think maybe 0-9, right? Fucking genius. I mathematically calculated the first 9 games. It is not fun to live life so jaded. And so I'd rather have the 1% hope than not at all. I then stayed to watch C9 versus Fnatic. And then we go to Party 1. I went to the VShojo party. This is the first VTuber party I ever got invited to, ever. And so I was pretty happy. I was like, hell yeah, dude, let's go. I get to be VTubers. I can't wait to dox all. No, I'm just kidding. I gatekept the shit out of this party. And Toast was like, yo, do you think we can get into that? Fuck no, you're not a VTuber. And I go to the VShojo party, and the people there aren't even VTubers. There was a sponsor, and there was a lot more industry people mixed in with VTubers than I expected. I heard the very first VShojo party at Anime Expo was a little bit more private, but I was able to meet like a lot of VTubers. I met Geek Girl DM, which is great. Yuri, Bao's group. There's a lot of people with Bao, Vienna. I was really happy with meeting these people. They're all like really, really cool. I found that DM is tiny, short, but like drinks more than anyone else in the room. Are the VTubers not short? Okay, most of them are not tall. A group decides to go eat tacos. They decide to go back from the party. And I threw away my wristband when we were eating, so I thought we weren't gonna go back. I was looking for stuff to do and decided like, you know, it's pretty late. I'm gonna go back to the Airbnb. I'm a little tipsy. I get back to the Airbnb and I assume that I'm gonna sleep. I have a 9:30 a.m. podcast with Toast. I get back there, everyone's sitting around the Airbnb island. I see Tarik. I've never met Tarik before in my life. And they're like, yo, drinks? And I just take a tequila shot and I'm like, oh, this party's gonna keep going. Like, I'm not going to sleep anytime soon. We're there, I get introduced to Tarik. This motherfucker is the most needy instigator ever. I swear to God. He's like the type of guy who's like, yo, we gotta do this. Let's go fucking do this. God, this would be so cool. Let's go fucking do this. And we do this. That wasn't that cool. And then he'd be like, yeah, Jody, why the fuck did we go and do this? My first impression of Tarik was that he's really funny. We were very close to the beach. We got an Airbnb right next to the beach. Tarik is like, we gotta go to the beach, guys. Everyone relocates from the kitchen to the beach. And as we're going there, Tarik's like, all right, no bitches, at least neck deep. And I'm like, it is 4 a.m. The water is freezing fucking cold. I don't have swim trunks. What are we doing? And then Tarik's like, all right, guys, we're stripping down. I'm like, what? Everyone in their boxers were going neck deep. It's dark. You can't see shit. There's no lights anywhere. He convinces everyone to do this. I'm not gonna be the one dude that bitches out. I'm gonna fucking do it too. But we're out here, little tipsy. Some of them are drunk, going in to the waves, and he wants neck deep. Tarik himself is going like head under deep. And the entire time I'm thinking to myself, what if he dies? Like, if he drowns, what would happen? Every Valorant streamer is gonna thank us. We would have killed the #1 co-streamer. They're gonna get more viewers. We're good. But it was great. If I ever think back to this Twitchcon, I'm gonna remember the Tarik incident. Back a little bit back, we go back, it's 5. People decide, okay, it's time to sleep. And I asked Toast, I'm like, we're not gonna do a podcast at 9:30, right? He's like, we're literally responsible. If we don't show up, what's gonna happen? We all go to sleep. It's 5:30, I go to sleep. I wake up 3 hours later, and we're being told in our Discord, yo, it's a McDonald's sponsored podcast, so you have to do it. I'm like, okay, I kind of knew we had to do it. I'm sure we could delay it a little bit. The rep is here. They're excited to see the podcast happen right now. And I'm like, okay. So if you saw that podcast, you see Brody just slouched down in his chair. He went from the tallest in the building to the shortest. I think I had the most energy at the time. And Toast was kind of dead. And I'm always worried because Toast is like, always tells me, you're a little too honest sometimes. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I should be a little bit more careful because there's some things I shouldn't be saying. I don't know if this happens every time, but it's that standard thing where like the girls drink a couple shots and they start making out. But that's just, I feel like, kind of normal.
That's standard for you?
All the VTubers love each other.
What does that mean?
Don't worry about it. I finished the McDonald's podcast, and day 2 is a day that I don't have any meet and greets because I'm going on a boat podcast with Toast and Sid. So I did essentially an hour 30 podcast in the morning. And I'm going to talk to Toast for another 2 hours-ish, again, later in the day. We're on the boat. We talk about a lot of stuff. One of the things that gets brought up on the boat.
Yeah, we were up last night, and John was looking at venue options.
We're going to go party in a church.
Have you guys ever sinned before? Could you imagine OTV? It's a sinner's night. We're all going to the same level of hell after this.
Yes.
Can we get it though?
Does it work?
Yeah.
I mean, we can get to church. It's just like, what are you going to do there?
I want to literally take shots from a confessional booth.
There is something so wrong about this Scarra, but I'm in.
But yeah, this is actually a real problem.
No,
like,
it is
joking,
a real problem.
We're actually worried.
I was stressed since the first day, and I thought I overstressed, and other people started stressing out. Oh,
Yay, putty sun hat, Scarra.
people will talk about it for sure. Even if the party kind of sucks, they're gonna be like, dude, OTV threw a fucking church party. How crazy is that? We were sitting for sure. We were like, are we gonna get our Airbnb accounts banned for this? I'm like, yo, it's kind of worth it. I'm kind of down. We decided not to do it. And so we were really worried about the party throughout the week. Well, more on that party later because the party is the very last day. After this, Sid has to go to her meet and greet. She's literally running there. I'm not much of a runner. I'm walking fast. She does her meet and greet, and what do? I have nothing else to do. I just start doing my own meet and greet. Win-win all around. It's like I take like another 30 minutes to an hour of pictures, and so this is probably the lowest lift day in terms of meet and greets. I only really did like about an hour on average. I'm usually doing about 4. And then we have Yvonne's birthday, and during the celebration my legs are hurting, like my feet are hurting a lot, so I try to sit outside. Michael and Toast bought firewood, and they're fucking trying to start the fire. They take like cardboard, put a lot of cardboard in for kindle. I think they bring in vodka, and they start like fucking putting the fire on. And eventually it's so smoky, I start coughing. No, at this point I've had like 3 hours of sleep from the night before. I was feeling pretty bad. So I pass out for 30 minutes, and I wake up. I don't hear anything. I'm like, wow, damn, are they still here? They're still going hard? I walk outside, and no one is there. As I look to the left and right, someone is looking through the open window that someone opened for ventilation. Remember, our Airbnb has no AC, and there is a dude just looking through the window, going like this, being a little nosy. And I immediately think, of course, whoever's doing this has got to be the landlord. And he's asking me questions. He's like, yo, the party's over? As he's looking in, I'm like, yeah, man, the party's over. And he responds, that's weird. Michael told me it wasn't a party. And he just looks at me and he just leaves. And at this point, I'm starting to realize maybe this isn't the landlord. I'm texting my staff, yo, is the landlord like that white guy who's kind of weird, a little bit nosy? They're like, oh, it's a landlady? And no, that's just a crazy neighbor. I'm like, oh, fuck. I try to lock everything before I leave. I find out from other people that he's like helping us bring in like groceries, and we found out that there was just like a really big creeper neighbor the entire fucking time. So everyone at this point goes to the 100 Thieves party, and I am late. But as I'm going around the venue, I notice I can't find my friend, and I find out that there is a special underground part of the bar, a speakeasy portion, that has all my friends there. I didn't have like the badge to be able to go in, and Ludwig found me, and he goes off, gets me a badge. As I walk down, the bouncer just stops me. Yo, we're at capacity. And no one is coming up for a while. So I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna wait. I can see my friends at another time. It sucks because I wanted to see them at this party. I said goodbye. I thanked Lud. I was like, here, have this back. I get back around 3 a.m. They don't decide to do anything crazy. We end the day pretty much around 4. Day 3 at TwitchCon happens. And this is a day where it's like at 11 a.m. we have the full OTV meet and greet. What a full meet and greet means is that the lines are not human. A good example is the Minecrafters were all traveling together and they had a panel or two. I was told that it was a panel for 400 people, and I think they pushed away like 3,000 plus people. And our meet and greet was like, people aren't that crazy, but when you have the full roster of OTV, plus Lily, she was the first one there. Everyone else was running late because we woke up late because we were maybe a little drunk. Eventually we get there around like 11:20. We make sure to stay extra time afterwards to make up for it. So we did an hour meet and greet where literally the lines are just ballistically long. And when we're done with the hour 10 that we ended up signing, we had this thing where they would just bring out their cameras and record, and we would just run down the line and say hi to them. The line was so long. And then the OTV party is at our place. It ends up being a lot better than expected. And before the party happens, we go over and like a good people who throw parties, we ask the neighbor, we're like, hey, is it okay? We throw a party. And the guy was just like really cool about it. He's like, yeah, I get it. It's your vacation. You do whatever you want. You chill about it. Don't worry about us. And the other neighbor to our left has been gone the entire week. And I was like, oh, we're cool. There's only 2 houses to the left and right of us. The other person said, okay, we're okay to do this. Everything was on like a good track. People are coming in. It's not too bad. We have like a lot of soju. We have vodka, tequila. It's like a normal house party. It's very laid back. The music's not very loud. An hour or two in the party, our neighbors from the left come back. And within the first second of them coming back, they walk to our patio with phones and they call the police. And I'm just like, what the fuck? We weren't being that loud. I've been to loud fucking house party and it wasn't that bad. What are the chances this happens, you know? The cops come and they're really fucking nice. They're just like, this is it? Okay, like you guys are keeping a good volume, no problem. Just stay around this, you're good to go. They just left. But before they left, they were just like, oh yeah, we've got 21 other calls of parties tonight. So you can tell they were like really swamped. And our party was not like it was not a fucking rager. I was talking about Overwatch with people. But the entire time after they leave, like we're trying to keep it really quiet because the neighbors are literally eyeing us from their bushes. And it was really annoying. We tried to like close the stuff and it got really stuffy with how hot it was with so many people. At this point, like a couple people decide that they want to go because it's a little bit, it ruins the mood a little bit when you have people who are very like anal about this. And they called the police at like 9 or 10. It's not like we're like 3 a.m. we're being super fucking loud. It's like 9 or 10. Anyways, I met Sleepy for the first time. Sleepy, I talked to Sleepy a lot through our party and whatever. Sleepy was really cool. I'm really happy I was able to talk to him. As I come back from TwitchCon, overall, I felt really great about it. I partied more than I have like ever. Takuda was too, which is crazy because he never does that either. And after all this, I'm like, oh, thank God I can rest now. Like, there's no more parties for me to go to. And then I'm saying that, and Sid just turns to me and she's like, oh, no more parties, huh? What's happening this week? And I'm like, in 3-4 days, I have a birthday party to go to where people want to get hammered. And in 5 days, I have Peter's birthday to go to. And I fly out to New York where I'm probably going to be drinking with people every night. And then after New York, I go immediately to SF and I go back to SF again for Worlds. So I'm going to be, I was like, oh, I'm fucking dead.